who says he's not out, and Barack Obama, of course, Washington outsiders to an extent, comparatively at least.
Still hanging around.
So we heard from Barack Obama last night, and he was talking about Republicans who may want to cross over and actually vote for him, which is an issue. Independents may be interested in him as well, and if he gets the nomination, that could pose a challenge for John McCain.
Yeah, and what are they calling them? Obamacans, I believe, the crossovers,
yes.
like kind of like the Reagan Democrats. He talked about whispering to Republicans and bring them over to the Obama side.
I am happy to have an argument with the Republicans. Not only that, I think I can get some Republican votes. I know because I've seen I have seen what in the rallies. I'm shaking hands and suddenly somebody will whisper to me, "Hey, Barack, I'm a Republican, but I support you." And I say, "Thank you. Why are we whispering?" But a lot of them, see, there's one right there. There's one right there. That's what I'm talking about.
See, he's mocking on so many levels here, Barnacle. I mean...
Do you think he has any difficulty relating to his audience?
No. I think he's doing okay in that department.
Yeah, I think so.
What do you make of what you see on the Democratic side right now with Hillary Clinton? It looks like, if you believe the polls, and we're certainly not going to jump to any conclusions here, but Obama with leads there and the Potomac primaries. Can she afford to wait till March 4th?
Well, can she afford to wait till March 4th? She's going to have to really wait until March 4th.
Yeah.
She appears not to have a very good chance today in the Potomac primaries. One of the difficulties, and Patrick Healy lays it out pretty well on the front page of the New York Times today. Pretty tough piece. One of the difficulties seems to be, at least for Mrs. Clinton, is the timing of these primaries. She now has until March 4th. The longer period of time that Senator Obama gets to spend in the state, it appears from every bit of anecdotal evidence you hear, the more people get to know him, the more they like him. And she's in a tough position.
Yeah. In Patrick Healy's article, he says Clinton's money problems and staff shakeup may rattle some superdelegates who had assumed at the start of this campaign that she had the superior fundraising capacity. And
but a lot of them, see, there's one right there. There's one right there. That's what I'm talking about.
He does great with the crowd, but the question, Barnacle, I have for you about this is, in terms of John McCain trying to appeal to the conservative base, maybe even have the president putting his arm around him to help him with the conservative base, does he potentially alienate himself from independents and other Republicans who could go for someone like Barack Obama? Is there a scenario there, or am I too far down the road?
No, I think that's...
And not sure it's fair, but having said that, you have someone like Barack Obama who's just difficult because on all the issues that may prove polarizing, race, party affiliation, Washington insider versus Washington outsider, somehow Barack Obama finds his way above these things, but yet can poke fun at them.
He does. He was taught. We have a great soundbite here. We've heard about these so-called Obamacans, Republicans who may cross over and vote for Barack Obama. Barack Obama himself says he's heard whispers about these Obamacans.
I am happy to have an argument with the Republicans. Not only that, I think I can get some Republican votes. I know because I've seen... I have seen when in the rallies, I'm shaking hands and suddenly somebody will whisper to me, "Hey, Barack, I'm a Republican, but I support you." And I say, "Thank you. Why are we whispering?" But a lot of them, see, there's one right there. There's one right there. That's what I'm talking about.
You know, we got a lot of that in Iowa. Joe and I, people would come up to us at Java Joe's, which was a great time, and they'd be like, we're Republicans, but we're for Obama. And they literally would whisper it as if it was confession.
Yeah, well, it gets back to what we were just talking about before that clip. I mean, which Clinton, former President Clinton or Hillary Clinton, is now doing the Paul Newman bit and Butch Cassidy saying, who are those guys?
Right.
I mean, you see Obama there doing that, you know, whispering thing, and he's so real.
But what does it mean when a whole group of candidates fails to show up?
When eight candidates stand together in one position, it usually means a lot more than when one or two candidates look on the something askew.
When Democratic candidates refused to show up at debates co-sponsored by Fox News this year, they were making a statement about Fox News. Only one Republican candidate showed up at an NAACP forum in Detroit. Was that a statement?
Well, thank you very much. But do you think that we should wait a few minutes to see if these other guys show up?
Barack Obama and John Edwards.
Are you telling me that Barack Obama would fare better in a general election campaign than Hillary Clinton?
I think it would be harder for the Republicans to get their arms around what it is.
Republicans wouldn't have to say a word.
Republicans can play dirty against Hillary Clinton.
They
can. I think they will.
They can, but do you think, and again, here come the emails, but do you seriously think that in 2008, America is ready for an African-American president? I think that there are a lot of conservative Reagan Democrats that would vote for Rudy Giuliani
because he's an African-American and because he's got a much cleaner past compared to Hillary
don't
Clinton
have to say a word.
The Clinton legacy.
Listen,
I think the Republicans would enjoy taking on Hillary Clinton, and they would have no problem going very negative.
As a Republican who talks to Republicans all the time, I can tell you right now, I assure you, Republicans are scared of Hillary Clinton because Hillary Clinton seems like the only grown-up on the Democratic stage. I can also tell you that while Republicans will not voice this, and nobody is voicing this, and I always get in trouble for telling the truth, but I'm going to tell the truth again. If Barack Obama is the Democratic nominee, I, for one, would think that it was a great sign for where America is in 2008. But I can tell you there are a lot of Reagan Democrats in Ohio. There are a lot of Reagan Democrats in Florida. There are a lot of Reagan Democrats in swing states that in 2008 still will not vote for an African American.